We got a lot to talk about, and it's time we get to the bottom of this.
If it wasn't for Tony, oh.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a highly anticipated video, and everybody that clicked on this, y'all should know why. Y'all should know why. Because so much has gone on in the last 1, 2, 3 days that, and the craziest thing is, why was I at work? Why was I scheduled like 9-hour shifts at work? Every day something happened, I was at work. So I've been wanting to put this video out, but I was at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna just jump right into it. So getting right into it, it's been announced that Aaliyah's full catalog is going to be on streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming services, all her albums, all her singles. And then there's even talks of unreleased material coming out with features and everything. But I'm gonna give y'all a full breakdown, and I'm not gonna go too in depth because Billboard just released an article with Barry Hankerson. I'm gonna leave it down below in the description box and in the comments. Y'all can click that link, read the article, and he even did an interview. Barry Hankerson himself, Aaliyah's uncle, the one we talk about so much, the one I talk about so much, he even did an interview trying to explain everything and give his side of the story, and I'm gonna leave it down below. Let's dial it back around 2 to 3 days ago, right? When all of a sudden, this new Instagram account popped up, Blackground Records 2.0. You know, Blackground Records was the label Aaliyah was on. That's the label Aaliyah's uncle owned. I mean, if y'all watching this, y'all should already know that, right? But Blackground Records 2.0, you know, Barry Hankerson is trying to relaunch the label. Blackground Records 2.0 is called now, right? The Instagram popped up, and in the Instagram description was AaliyahIsComing.com. The screenshots right here.
Wait a minute, hold up!
Now the anticipation is high, and everybody is, you know, some people are like, oh, whatever, I believe it when I see it. Other people are like, oh my god, oh my, to the point where it was trending on Twitter. That's what that was inviting us to think, like, oh my god, they're gonna release it. Oh my god, okay, is it time? Is it about that time? Are they gonna really do it this year? 20 years later, are they gonna do it? That's what they was trying to, you know, get out of us, and they got that reaction. This was even enough to make Rashad come out, and it says Aaliyah's estate, but this is Rashad. Let's be honest. I mean, I'm pretty sure Aaliyah's mother has a say, but this is Rashad. Okay, let's stop playing. This is Rashad with this statement, and it's posted on all the Aaliyah social media accounts. I'm gonna leave it right here. Y'all can pause if y'all want to read it. If y'all didn't read it yet, I'm gonna leave it right here. And am I the only one who had to read that like twice or 3 times? Because I'm like, Rashad has this way of speaking in riddles, speaking in tongues, and he has this passive aggressive language every time he makes a statement, and he says it as Aaliyah's estate. It's so passive aggressive, but it's like, Rashad, at this point, Aaliyah's catalog is about to come out. You know, in the essence of all Aaliyah fans, like we always say, we're gonna really believe it when we see it, but at this point, Rashad, the catalog is coming out. So the passive aggressive language, you know, this is, no, be direct, say what it is, say what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. The problem is Rashad has been so nonchalant and so passive aggressive and so mute, so recluse, so in the shadows, so mysterious when it comes to Aaliyah's music and the catalog. And yes, the estate has released statements here and there, but that was 5 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, and nothing's happened. So now that Blackground Records 2.0, which Barry Hankerson is relaunching, is making a statement, now Rashad wants to come out with this statement and like, oh, basically saying that Aaliyah's estate is not on board, they don't agree with it, they wasn't aware of it, and they have nothing to do with it. So then that makes a conflict. Now the problem is there's a conflict, right? You know, Aaliyah's music is coming to streaming services, but that's the catch. Aaliyah's estate is not on board with it. Aaliyah's estate, meaning her mother and brother, they're not on board with it. I'm like,
Oh my God!
then in his statement, as y'all saw, Rashad has the hashtag I stand with Aaliyah. So that creates a bigger conflict because the way he framed it, the way he phrased it, his passive aggressive language in the hashtag he included, it makes it like, oh, I stand with Aaliyah. So if you go and listen to this music that's going to potentially come out on streaming services, then you don't stand with Aaliyah because, you know, Aaliyah's estate, her mother and brother, you're supposed to be on their side. And as time and history has proven, Barry Hankerson is nobody to trust, nobody to be taken seriously, nobody to, you know, take his word for the truth, for 100% fact. Like, oh yeah, oh. Let's break it down, right? I'm gonna break it down even further. And include what his statement was about the Aaliyah Memorial Fund, right? And that's the memorial fund that they set up after she passed, and all the money and donations and every dollar, every cent, every penny that is made from the sales of Aaliyah's merchandise, music, everything that involves her, that's supposed to go towards Aaliyah Memorial Fund, which goes to different charities and organizations that Aaliyah participated in. The thing that's making fans and a lot of people have a split perspective about this is Barry Hankerson, he has this history, he has this track record of being greedy and money hungry. So it's like, now you wait 20 years later to do this, and you know, it's so much anticipation, so much hype because it's 20 years later. Now you want to release the music, and Aaliyah's brother and mother wasn't involved. So it's like, where's this money going, Barry? Where's the money going? That's a major question. Where's the money going? So Rashada already came out and said it's not going towards the Aaliyah Memorial Fund. Aaliyah's estate has nothing to do with it. Aaliyah LLC has nothing to do with it. So it's like, where's the money really going to, Barry? To you and Empire, which is the independent company that he worked with to help bring Aaliyah's music to streaming services? And not only Aaliyah's music, but Tank and JoJo and, you know, Tony Braxton. And JoJo was another one who even came out and said, I'm not receiving no money from this. So it's just like, you know, it's like you get excited, but then it's like, really? You know, it's like you can't even keep it excited because it's always something. It's always something. This is what I'm going to say. The bottom line is that Blackground Records is a label owned by Aaliyah's uncle. Aaliyah's uncle owns Blackground Records. All of Aaliyah's music was under Blackground Records. Rashad, you was Aaliyah's brother. You still are Aaliyah's brother. You know, you was with her. You had a close relationship. You had a close bond. You doing everything you can right now to secure her legacy, even though you waited a little bit too long. Let's be honest. But he's made it clear that Aaliyah's estate only owns her image. Aaliyah LLC. That's why Rashad is in charge of all the shirts. You know what I'm saying? Rashad is in charge of this Funko Pop. You know, Rashad is in charge of the wax figure that came out. He's in charge of her image. Her image. Her image. Her image. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the music, he has no say. That's the thing. Barry Hankerson has a say. Aaliyah was signed under Barry Hankerson, under Blackground Records. So at the end of the day, Barry Hankerson has the control. And he always had the control. He might have sold it to Reservoir Media, did that, he made some bad business deals, but at the end of the day, Aaliyah's music is under Blackground, which is owned by Barry Hankerson. So that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Technically, Barry Hankerson has the legal right to do whatever he wants with the music when he makes certain deals and this and that. He has that right because it was under his label. And as the article said, because Aaliyah didn't produce and write none of her own songs, that like she didn't technically own it, you know, it was under Blackground. She had no, you know, like, she didn't write the song, she didn't produce the song, so she didn't have like a legal right over the songs like Barry Hankerson did because it was on his label. It was on his label. And this is just my opinion. Y'all tell me if y'all agree with me. Aaliyah's death was so tragic that it led to a lot of family drama that spilled into the business of things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, reason, I don't know what happened. Only they do. Aaliyah's death led to Rashad and Diane not really talking to Barry Hankerson. Rashad, Diane, and Michael, Aaliyah's father. from my readings of the article, it just became a weird and awkward dynamic. And it's unfair that the fans have to be put in the middle of this. Now, I feel like this is family business that got spilled into the music business, and now it's becoming the public's business. And now everybody is like, what? Like, when you look at the statements and you read the Billboard article and you look at the statement that Rashad released, it comes down to Barry Hankerson and Rashad and Diane not really communicating. If they was on the same page, if they was communicating, there would be no conflict. They would be on the same page. Rashad is on page 20, Barry Hankerson is on page 83. A matter of fact, they're not even in the same book. You know what I'm saying? Rashad is reading Mary Had a Little Lamb. Barry Hankerson is reading The Three Little Pigs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not even that they not even on the same page, not even on the same chapter. They not even in the same book. It's one is over here, the other one is over there. It's a separation. They need to come together. They need to unite, because it's causing a division in Aaliyah's legacy, and it's causing a division in the fan base. This is why I waited to do this video, because so much has came out, right? Right? Y'all see why I waited? You have those fans that's like, I don't care. I don't care who's involved. I don't care. I'm going to listen to the music. I waited over 15 years. I don't care who's involved, who don't like it, who don't. I'm going to listen to One in a Million when it comes out on Spotify. I'm going to listen to Rock the Boat when it comes out on Spotify. I don't care. Then you have those fans that's like, oh, Aaliyah's estate is against it. I stand with Aaliyah. And it feels like okay, I don't want to support this because Aaliyah's brother Mother's not involved, and the money is not going towards them, or the Aaliyah Memorial Fund is going towards Barry Hankerson, who's has a track record for being greedy and money hungry and conniving. So then it's like that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's that split in the middle. Like, do I support the music I've been waiting for so long that's coming to streaming services, or do I side with Aaliyah's estate, her mother and brother, who, from their point of view, was blindsided, had nothing to do with it, wasn't made aware of it, and this deal was out of their league, without their intentions, without their approval. That's the split in the middle. And like I said, I'm gonna keep saying, that's unfair for the Aaliyah fans, because now it's a split. We're put in the middle. And I've seen many different perspectives, and it's just like, at the end of the day, Rashad and Diane, they have to communicate with Barry Hankerson. And it's easier said than done. And like I said, that's the family business, that's family drama, but it's spilling out into the public, because all these statements and the back and forth in the article, and Barry Hankerson. Now, we can say whatever we want about Barry Hankerson, but Barry Hankerson came out of hiding. He sat down, he showed his face, he did an interview, and even in the interview, he got emotional, he started crying, thinking about Aaliyah. Now, people say it's an act, people can say this, but Barry Hankerson showed his face. He came out of hiding, he did the interview. Rashad, where's Rashad? Where's Aaliyah's mother?
Where's your ass?
Rashad, if anything, you could have went on Instagram Live and did a live. That would have shut down a lot of stuff. That would have put your perspective out there. But you releasing these passive aggressive statements, that's not really doing much but causing more confusion, more conflict, and more division. I'm pretty sure you got all these media outlets hitting you up to do an interview. I mean, Barry Hankerson came out, said his part. Rashad and Diane, where are y'all? I'm not talking about no passive aggressive statement that you post to Aaliyah's Instagram account. I'm talking about you, like, what happened? We want to know. The public wants to know. Barry Hankerson said his piece. It's time for you to say yours. And tell your side. Like, talk to us. Let us see your face. Let us see your emotions. Let us see your body language. Talk to us and let us know, from your point of view, what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Because instead of Aaliyah's legacy being polished, like, say, Selena's, Aaliyah's legacy has cracks in it. Her legacy has cracks in it. And it's up to Rashad and Diane and Barry Hankerson. Are they going to come together to heal those cracks, to fix those cracks? Or are they going to let those cracks fester because of their family dynamic and how they don't communicate? You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Aaliyah's legacy has cracks in it. All these years, I know we all excited about the news and it's coming to streaming services and it's like finally 20 years later, but Aaliyah's legacy still has cracks in it. Are y'all gonna come together to heal them, to patch them up? Or are y'all just gonna let them fester and get deeper? Because even with Aaliyah's music out, if there's no communication between Black Owned Records and the music and Aaliyah's estate, that's not gonna work. That's not going to work. No, it has to be a marriage between the two. Right now, they're separated. And with that miscommunication, there's a lot of he say, she say. But what do we say? I say that the bottom line is that they need to come together. This conflict stems from them not speaking, them having this awkward family dynamic, and one side is doing this, the other side is doing that, and oh, I reached out to them but I didn't get a reply. Oh, we reached out to them but we didn't get a. It's kind of like it's the miscommunication. You break this all down, it's a miscommunication between Rashada Diane and Barry Hankerson. That's all it stems down to. When you really look at it, that's what it is. The thing is, the match is lit now, but matches don't stay lit forever. I'm just saying. And then let's talk about the final announcement, right? How I got this email this morning. I went on Blackground's Instagram and they had this in their story. And then to top it all off, this is what Spotify, the account for Spotify, the verified account for Spotify, this is what they posted. Or basically like, it's all confirmed that Aaliyah's music is coming to streaming services. Aaliyah is back on billboards. Look at this. But the big question is, where is the money? Where is the revenue? The revenue generated from this, where is it going? That's the questions that we need answers to. Until we have those answers, it's still that missing puzzle piece. They don't want to release it all at once. They want to, I guess they want to capitalize off of, like the article said, quarterly success. So they're releasing it like month by month. Every 3 weeks, they're releasing something. And, you know, let's see how it goes. Personally, I'm going to stream it just to experience seeing Aaliyah, 1 in a Million, and all her songs that you had the knockoff karaoke versions of. Just experience seeing them on Spotify. I'm going to stream it. Now, I know a lot of people will say, oh, I don't support this. I stand with Aaliyah. I stand with Aaliyah too. I stand with Aaliyah's legacy. I don't stand with being put in the middle of a family war. At the end of the day, this is all for Aaliyah. This is all for Aaliyah's legacy. All about continuing Aaliyah's legacy in this new generation, in this digital age, in this streaming era, which was all we wanted, all we fighted for, all we kept pushing for, is finally happening. But because of a family conflict, because there's no communication between Barry, Diane, and Rashad, it's causing this division. But it's all about continuing Aaliyah's legacy into this newer generation, which is a part of the digital age, which is a part of the streaming era. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Is there needs to be some conversations had behind closed doors, and they need to unite. They need to reconnect. And I feel like this will all be history. This will all be behind them. But like I said, we don't know what happened behind closed doors. We might never know. We might never will know. And like I said, that's their business, that's their privacy, but this is becoming the public's business because it's messing up celebrating this because of the skepticism, like the, I don't know, who's getting the money, and oh, Aaliyah's brother and mother is not involved, and oh, it's making it such a conflict that it don't have to be if they was all on the same page. But like I said, they're not even in the same book. But it's all for Aaliyah, so hopefully they can get it together and we see what happens then. I feel like This is a family war with Aaliyah's legacy being caught in the middle. That's what it is. That's what it is. I will be streaming 1 in a Million, Aaliyah, subtitle, I Care For You. I will be streaming them when they are released. Let me know what y'all gonna do. What are y'all thoughts about this? I know this is a lot. It's a mouthful. It's a lot that happened. It's a lot that came out. More is probably gonna come out. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Keep me updated. Let me know anything I missed in the comments. Read those articles. Look at that Barry Hankinson interview. And let's really dig deep. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's talk about this. Let's discuss this. Where are y'all heads at with this? How do y'all feel about this? What side are you on? It's crazy that we even have to pick sides because of this family dynamic that created this conflict, which has Aaliyah's legacy caught in the middle. But how do y'all feel about this? Let me know down below in the comments. This has been a crazy ride. I'm pretty sure we've got a few more hills and battles and mountains to go up. Hopefully we don't have to go down no hill because it's looking like a, it was looking good, but that family conflict is making it harder than it have to be. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Let's get this discussion started. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.